decide, is this a useful thought? Is it serving me? Is this idea or viewpoint really making me better? Or is it something I ought to reject? Instead of seeing your thoughts, whether they're depressive or euphoric, as something that you have to follow, right? So that's a one tool. I think there's also the tool of understanding your own weaknesses and being very, very intimate with self-awareness, right? So with that is that, what are my biases? Yeah, so in your case, we talked about the boat. There's a way you look at the world, and it's important for you to know you look at the world that way, because much like the hats, it can help you see whether you're limiting yourself by seeing it through that lens, right? And it can open up. What are my biases? What is my baggage? What experiences in my past have informed the way I'm approaching this situation, and how can I free myself a little bit from that, right? And there's also battles, things that you continue to struggle with. So what are my biases? And those biases can be personal, but there's also cognitive biases, just about the way the human brain is structured. There's certain heuristics or shortcuts that we use. If we didn't, we would go crazy. Because imagine if you saw every single human being of every single race, of every single age, and you took each person into account, it would be overwhelming. So we do have to classify people quickly to make decisions and make our way in the world. But sometimes those heuristics can be harmful, and they can make you stereotype, as you had talked about. Yeah? So biases and baggage are important to bear in mind. And then another tool I use, and I'll stop on this one because there's many more, is the idea of the balcony. So when we have, let's say, office politics, or the family is falling apart, the extended family has a dispute, I try to think about those people being on a dance floor and everything happening, the office politics, and I walk carefully up to the balcony and I look down. I'm outside of it, and then from there I'm able to see who is feeling left out, what could be happening, what are the trends that could be driving this, as opposed to seeing myself as inside. You know, who stepped on my toe? What do they mean by that? Instead, remove yourself, even if it's psychologically and in your own head. And sometimes that can calm you down and help you see angles that you hadn't seen before. And it can help you be much more useful than just being part of the drama. Yeah.